Good afternoon. I'm here with Maryland Stampers, and I want to show you the swap card that I made for our Sale-A-Bration swap. This one idea is not mine originally. It's from Tanya, and in the credits you'll see her full name and where I got the idea. Anyway, so here's the secret. This little tab turns and reveals the chick, and it's just a nice thank you card. Real simple, and then I'll show you how to hide it on the inside. Okay, so here's what you're going to need to get started. I'm going to put this out of the way. You'll need a card base that's 5.5 by 4 1/4. So 5.5 by 4 1/4. You're going to need a secret panel that's 5 1/4 by 4. You'll need your inside sentiment piece that is 5 1/4 by 4. You'll need your outside piece, which is 5 1/4 by 4. You'll need a piece of Whisper White cardstock at 3 by 3. You're going to need another piece of coordinating cardstock. I use Cherry Cobbler at 3 by 3, and I'll kind of go over how I did everything in just a minute. And another piece of DSP that's 3 by 3. A punch that is 1-inch circle, a piece of Cherry Cobbler that is 4 by 1 1/4, and then a piece of your coordinating DSP that is 3 3/4 by 1. Okay, so let's put the card together. Okay, we're going to start with our card base and our top piece, and what I did was sit it with the hexagon embossing folder through. But before I did, I took the second to the smallest of the layering circles and cut 2 pieces together. If you do it ahead of time, it'll flatten your embossing, so emboss second. So I'm going to add my adhesive to the back of this. Line it up. And then I'm going to set this to the side. Then we're going to work on our Whisper White piece, which is 3 by 3. And I chose Soft Sky and Pear Pizzazz to do the background before I put the chick on. So I'm going to smoosh it, for lack of a better term, and start at the bottom so that your heaviness will be right at the edges, and it'll go to the light part to the top, so that when you put in your sky, it'll blend better. So you don't have to be real accurate with it. That's the glory of it all. Now I'm going to do my soft sky. And I want to leave kind of the center of this lighter because you're going to stamp your chick on there. Now I'm going to bring back my card piece, and you can see that I've already pre-done this. So what I did was found the center of my 3 by 3 card, and using a pin poked a hole in the middle of it. Then I cut all the way up through that hole, straight up. Then I used my piece of the card base, and I used a pencil, and I marked a circle all the way around the inside so that I can see that my chick needs to go next to here, to this middle point. And so I had a guideline. So by the magic of television, or video, as you will, here's what the finished piece looked like. I stamped my chick, and I colored it with pencils, and I put a little week of Stella in it. Okay, so Then you're going to bring in your other pieces of the reveal piece. So I've done the same thing here. I've found the center and I've used the pin and I've cut up to it. So how I stacked this together was I kind of put my pin there and held it and then punched this on the back. So what this is going to do is stabilize your brad. So I'm going to bring my brad in. Yeah, this is going to work. Okay. And I don't want my brad to be super tight. And I've already placed my washi tape just so you can see. This tells me where the end is, and this is my tag to move it around. So here's your reveal piece. You're just gonna slip one piece under the other. And I swear it's gonna go better when it's on the card. Just like that. That's your reveal piece. Okay, and I'm getting word that I need to turn it around so you can see it better. And there's your reveal piece. Let me turn it back around. Okay, so I'm going to adhere this with my dimensionals to the back of my card. So 4 dimensionals. Make sure don't get anywhere near your circle or you'll be tugging and it'll all rip and you'll cry and it'll be a sad day. Take my pieces off. Okay. Make sure my washi tape still likes to come up a little bit, so just get real in there with it. Get aggressive. Okay. So now I'm going to kind of find the center and make sure that I'm working well. It's not an exact science, for sure. Here we go. There's my chick. It's going to reveal. Just like that. And if you look really closely, you can see where I need to erase still. So the circle, take that off at the last minute. Okay, so now I'm going to add some adhesive, and I use the stitched framelits. So this was the third one up. I'm just going to add my adhesive to the back. And place it on my card. Super easy. So I still want to make sure that everything's kind of going right together. And the reason I used those pop dots was so that you had room to move. And you want to make sure when you kind of start seeing that other piece of washi tape, you know you've gone far enough. So you can kind of see where my background is, but not really, because if you go too far, it gets to be a mess. Okay, so I'm going to put this to the side. So now I've used my stamp. Thanks. And this one is from the, let me see if I can pull it, Double Take Stamp Set. Double Take Stamp Set. And I just used Memento ink and marked it in black, leaving enough room, making sure to leave enough room. Sorry about my mess. To tie your ribbon. So I'm going to place it on my piece of cherry cobbler. Run out of tape. My handy dandy assistant is handy dandy. Place this on here. And I used about course, this is centimeters, but I think it's about 5 inches of ribbon. Now, for you conservators of ribbon, you can probably get it down, but I have fat fingers and I have a really hard time doing the ribbon, so I give myself some leeway. Okay, and then I'm just going to tie a knot. Tie a knot, and then I'm going to grab my scissors and this is the ribbon from the Sale-A-Bration. Again, it's Sale-A-Bration. So this is the Lift Me Up paper from Sale-A-Bration. This is the ribbon, and then I'm using the chick from the Sale-A-Bration set. Okay, so now I'm going to put my sentiment on my card with more dimensionals, pop dots. So now it's time to work on the inside. So here's what it looks like on the inside. Notice it's not straight and it's not pretty, but nobody has to know that because we made that panel that's a super hider panel. And that's a technical term that you can use later. And my kitty says hello a lot. Okay. So then you're just gonna that out of the way. Hide the panel, all your work, making sure that your adhesive doesn't touch that. Okay, and adhere the inside, which you could stamp and do more sentiments in it if you wanted. And so here is your finished card. Thanks. And it's a reveal card. And in preparing for this video, I made another one, not using Sale-A-Bration, but I have in my group, I do Find It Friday. And I had a winner for Find It Friday, and I need to send her entry into the drawing for this month. And I made it with the Easter basket bunch. And here's my reveal of my May Your Chocolate Be Solid. Hope that Becky Fredericks likes it, and congratulations, Becky, for being the winner. And you can check me out on my blog, which is www.PhatChic designs.com. Thanks.